Hey everyone, before I talk about how great Eclage is, first I want to thank today's sponsor, LDCloud. I've been using this a ton for managing multiple accounts for Ragnarok M Classic since I need them for recording interactions from my video. Here I have my party with my priest who is helping out my mechanic. It's a pure cloud-based Android system, and this is the footage from my Android phone. It's smooth, and I love the unlimited multi-instances so I can control more than one character. I can easily swap by pressing the orange button at the top right, then changing my other instance to access that character. It's running online 24/7, so if I need to run something AFK, I can keep it on, which is particularly good for farming since I can follow properly and attack. I can also access this from a web browser, so there's also cross-platform support as well. So if you decide to check them out, use the link in the description. Thanks again to LDCloud for sponsoring this video. The Eclage patch was released on the China server this week, so hopefully it'll come out globally soon. I'm using the beta server right now to show you a sneak peek of this content. There are plenty of great cards and gears that come with this release. In addition, there are also new levels of difficulties of certain instances which we'll cover later. Now, first, Eclage is a beautiful map, both inside the town as well as on the field. But yeah, this town looks really nice. There are also two new maps to farm on. One is called Time Garden, and the other is Floating Star Rock, which we'll cover later in this video. Now, the best way to get here is to click on the new MVPs at the bottom to get to the new maps. And from the map overview, if you go through this blue portal, then you'll see Eclage as well as the other maps around it. So if you're wondering where Eclage fits in on the overall map, it's definitely on its own. For these two new maps, I'll cover some drops of interest here, including cards and gears. First is Time Garden. There is a monster called the Bugcatcher Violet who has a weapon card, where damage to insects plus 20%. This one is okay, not particularly great. Next, there's a monster called Moonlight Tendrillion, which drops the Moonlight Tendrillion accessory card. This gives all attributes plus 2 and also skill damage plus 2%. This is one of the best accessory cards since skill damage plus 2% is very nice and also difficult to get in this game. Even in Eternal Love, this card was used a lot by both physical and magic users, so I'd imagine it'd also be high in demand in Classic. This will be the generic accessory card I'll be waiting on. Next is Dull Devil, which drops the Dull Devil armor card. This gives magic reduction plus 8% and max HP plus 500. This is a nice damage reduction for armor, and possibly another alternative to the Aggro card. Next is the Mini Luminous. He has some really good drops. First is his weapon card. This gives damage to holy monsters plus 20%, as well as dark damage plus 10%. This is great against holy monsters, especially if you struggle with Thanatos Tower. Next is the headwear Luminous Niche. For auto attack, this is one of the best headwears. You get auto attack plus 4%, and at Refined 10, you get an extra 4% extra auto attack. Auto attack is one of the best damage modifiers in the game, so it's a fantastic headwear for it. Next is Mithril Magic Manteau. It gives MDef plus 100, MDef plus 10%, and each Refine adds MDef plus 1%. This is absolutely an amazing garment for the MDef switch build for Ruined Knight. The amount of MDef you get with this garment is truly insane and is a must-have for Ruined Knights. Next is the MVP Soul Player. There is the Soul Player head card. It gives int plus 5 and also ghost attack plus 15%. I think this is okay. I think right now in Classic there aren't a lot of classes that can really take advantage of Ghost, so it's not that great. Next are the monsters in Floating Rock. First is Tendrillion, which drops the Tendrillion weapon card. Attack plus 10 and critical plus 5. When weapon is refined to plus 10, attack plus 20, and when weapon is refined to plus 15, critical plus 10. This card is kinda garbage, so pass on it. Next is the Mimi Monster, which drops the Mimi Monster headwear card. It gives int plus 5 and also dex plus 5. This is a fantastic budget card for both magic users and range users. The plus 5 int is fantastic for getting more magic damage, and also the plus 5 dex is great for range damage. So definitely be on the lookout for this in case you can't afford some of the expensive headwear cards right now. Next, the Parasite drops the Parasite offhand card. It gives neutral damage taken minus 15% and damage to neutral monsters plus 5%. This is a nice offhand card for dealing with neutral damage and is great for PvP. Next is the Mini Gem Spirit. It has the Gem Spirit headwear card. It gives auto attack damage plus 5% and also gear attack speed plus 5%. It is quite an expensive card for a helmet, but provides some great auto attack damage. Next is the Amethyst Creature, which is a great tail for support. It gives max HP plus 2000, and then for each refining, plus 1 skill damage reduction plus 1%. This was heavily used in Eternal Love, and I'd imagine this is also going to be used in Classic quite a bit. Skill damage reduction is very hard to come by, so this will be very important to have. Next, the Seed of Yggdrasil MVP drops the Seed of Yggdrasil card. The magic attack has a 100% chance to gain 5% damage as HP regen, and the card effect does not stack. It also has HP regen minus 100%. This card is so good that it is not in the Combined Fate pool. For Magic users, this provides an incredible amount of survivability, so it's a very coveted card. So this card will be extremely popular for both PvE and PvP for Magic users. Now, I was really looking forward to Eclage for Classic because in the past with Eternal Love, there was a lot of great gear and cards here for budget users, so I'm glad Eclage will be coming to Classic so people can take advantage of this. Now, besides Eclage, the patch also provided new instance levels and difficulties. First is Oracle 11, which will let you get Nolans even faster if you're strong enough to clear it with your party. And then there's also Echoing Corridor 30. Echoing Corridor will get progressively harder, so definitely look out for this one. As Echoing Corridor gets harder, you'll eventually find this to be quite a struggle, so it's definitely going to be way harder than it is now. For Eternal Love it goes up to 70, so we'll see how far it goes. And next there's Legend difficulties of Museum. This will be extremely hard. This was painfully hard to do in Eternal Love, and I'm assuming it'd be the same in Classic. Although you have a chance to get MVP cards, I can tell you from years of playing this on Eternal Love, I'd never gotten a drop, and neither have any of my friends. You're more likely to get these cards from the rate-up rolls or something else. The devs will want to milk you for your Zeny for these ones because there's some extremely powerful cards here. For Eternal Love, when Legend instances first got released, only the whales could help clear it. That basically meant the auto-attack Rune Knight equivalent. So if I had to make a prediction, yet again we'd rely on the Rune Knight auto-attack build in order to clear Legend instances. That's how it was in the past, and I don't imagine it'd be any different for whales in the future. And that's the same with Isles as well, there's a Legend mode there. Again, it'll be very difficult. Now, even if you don't get any MVP cards, you'll get more chests and also other drops, which is fantastic. Well, that's all for now. I don't have an exact date for Eclage's release, but I'm definitely looking forward to it. The new maps will definitely add a lot of power level with the amazing cards and gears here, so I'm definitely looking forward to this when it comes out to Classic. So what are your thoughts on this update? Let me know in the comments section. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Here's a video that I recommend. And if you want more Ragnarok M Classic sneak peeks, check out this playlist over here.